every time they say, we live in one of those, the most safest communities around, the safest villages around. Let's give County 911 a shot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close the meeting, then you do your thing. May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So I get to comment on that, on my turn to speak, or would you like me to speak
No,
on some of the comments that have been made?
That's what I was gonna do, at my turn.
But I have additional too. So actually, before we close that,
oh, you can do it during your time, right?
yeah.
That's what I said.
That's what he's
Oh, on
doing.
your time, you're gonna comment on it.
I wrote down,
Okay, so can I
Because
have a
I
motion,
think
may I have a
the
motion to
public
adjourn
could
the public hearing?
probably
tell
understand
you
it
what we're
better
gonna
if we had like a bigger picture instead of the details of the numbers.
May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
so moved.
Motion by Jim DeSalvo, second by Pete Carroll, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Okay, so now what we do with the budget, we have to, by law, we have to adopt the budget by May 1. So we'll have to have a special meeting. I don't know what day that'll be, maybe April 29th, I have to look at the calendar. But between now and, let's say the 29th, let's back it up a couple of days, the 25th, 26th. If any village trustee wants to change anything in the budget, take it to put in or take out, contact me by phone, by email, by leave me a message, however you want to do it, and then we'll have a meeting. If I hear from no one on the board, then towards the end of April, we'll have to have a special meeting to adopt the budget. If that makes sense. Okay. Public hearing was closed. May I have a motion to open the reorganization? May I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second? Second by Pete. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. So this will just take 5 minutes, and then we're going to do the meeting. I don't know what time it is, but whatever time it is, that's what time we're opening up this public, this
7:31.
reorganization. Okay. As the mayor, I make the following appointments. Deputy Mayor James DeSalvo. Police Commissioner James DeSalvo. Fire Commissioner Joseph D'Onofrio. Sanitation Wastewater Commissioner James Ramus. Street Commissioner Joseph D'Onofrio. Water Commissioner Peter Carroll. Building Commissioner Lynn Mazeras. Building Department Code Enforcement Liaison Trustee Guerrero. Disaster Preparedness Liaison Kurt Hahn and Joseph D'Onofrio. Senior Citizen Liaison Joseph D'Onofrio. DPW Union Negotiator to be determined, to be announced. Police Union Negotiator Trustee to be announced. West Point Liaison Joseph D'Onofrio. I move the following one-year appointments be approved. Deputy Clerk, Lynn Mazeras. Attorney for the Village, Elise Trahoon. Budget Officer, James DeSalvo. Bingo Inspector, Chief Jason Torpy. Fair Housing Officer, Lucci Brown. MWBE Officer, Village Clerk, Lene Mazeras. 911 Coordinator, Chief Jason Torpy and Chief Eric Smith. Bog Meadow Caretakers, Randy Mesh, Jim Titolo, Michael Slapp, Bob Jones, Lisa Jones, and Jake Stevens. May I have a motion to accept?
I make a motion, but I think the deputy village clerk / treasurer is gonna be, is it, listen, good job.
Well, we'll have to, for now it's this, though. I understand.
Okay,
Then in a month or two, we're gonna have to change it.
okay, so she won't be, but we're not gonna put somebody for, she's not, are you, oh yeah, that's right, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So you made a motion to accept. Is there a second?
Yep.
Second. Second by Peter Carroll. Roll call.
Trustee Guerrero,
No.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo,
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you so much. All right, I need a motion to make the following two-year appointments. Clerk, I made a mistake, so you know that. You see what I did, Lene? At the top of the page, Deputy Village Clerk / Treasurer, I have your name. Your name does not go there. Okay, but your name does go down, Clerk, where it says NA, let's put 1 year. This way, everything's done the same time next year as a 2-year appointment. Okay, so Clerk, Lene Mazeres, Treasurer, Gabrielle Ferrera, Tax Collector, Gabrielle, Purchasing Clerk, to be announced. We're in the process of hiring a purchasing clerk, so I don't have a name yet. May I have a motion for that?
So moved. Or- Second.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Guerrero,
No,
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo.
Yes.
Mayor Denine.
Yes, thank you so much. Motion carried. Okay, I need a motion that the official depositories of the village shall be J.P. Morgan Chase, Orange Bank and Trust, Key Bank, Walk Hill Valley Federal Savings and Loan. Motion, okay, do I have a motion and a second?
motion.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Okay, may I have roll call?
Trustee Guerrero,
Yes,
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo,
Abstain.
Mayor Denine.
Yes, motion carries. The official newspaper of the Village of Highland Falls shall be the News of Highlands, and when needed, for certain legal publications, using the time frame of the when the News of Highlands comes out, the Times Herald Record as needed. All regular village board meetings shall be the first Monday of each month at 7 p.m. in the Village Hall, 303 Main Street, Highland Falls, New York, 10928. Of course, now that more or less probably should read 15 Drew Avenue, which is here.
It does, it says.
Oh, it's necessary senior hall, okay, so it is there. The third Monday of each month at 7 p.m., bills and claims may be approved at each meeting, and 1 meeting each month for a workshop. So that's something we haven't done, so I'm gonna figure this out. We have 2 meetings a month. One will be a regular meeting like this, that we're gonna enter into soon, and one's gonna be a workshop. The official business hours of the village are 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., except Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. The annual inspection of village installations and streets shall be held in June of 2024. The annual inventory of the village fixed assets shall be held during the month of June of 2024. The mayor shall be authorized to sign checks and disperse village funds in the event of emergency in the absence of the treasurer, the deputy treasurer, or the village clerk. The appointment of J. Robert Fulchetti Associations as a village engineer. Reimbursement rate for the authorized use of privately owned vehicles shall be determined by the IRS federal tax guide. A rate of 2024, 67 cents per mile. Pursuant to 281-1 of the New York Bingo Commission Rules and Regulations, the bingo inspector, Chief Jason Torpey, is authorized to act on matters pertaining to bingo operations for the village board in the village of Highland Falls. Discrimination and Harassment Committee, village attorney, in charge of picking his own committee depending on what the issues are. Pursuant to Part 5600 of the Rules and Regulations of the Games of Chance, delegation to the following named officer and responsibility authority granted to them by law in relation to the issuance, amendment, and cancellation of licenses, the conduct of the investigation and hearing, the supervision of the operation of games of chance, and the collection, utilization, and transmission of fees for 1 year shall be the village clerk and the deputy village clerk. And pursuant to local law 5-5246, the Board of Trustees authorizes payment in advance of audits and claims for public utility services, postage, freight, and express charges. All such claims must be presented at the next regular meeting for audit, and the claimant and the officer incurring or improving the claim are jointly and liable for any amount the Board of Trustees dissolves. Pursuant to Chapter 12-12-2 of the Code of the Village of Highland Falls, that the continuity of government in the event of an emergency disaster shall be follows. Deputy Mayor George Dapper, Bobby Fallon. Deputy Fire Commissioner Ken Palazzo, Ken Conlon. Deputy Sanitation Commissioner Arvell Brown, Ken Conlon. Deputy Street Commissioner Carlo Myers and Greg Kay. Water Commissioner Arvell Brown, Hector Alamont. Deputy Chief of Police Thomas Pitt, George Fallon. Deputy Clerk Regina Taylor, Amy McCormick Belladone. Deputy Treasurer Harvey Green, Frank Taylor. May I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
May, I need roll call.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Trustee Guerrero?
No, and I'll explain. I agree with some of them, but I don't with the others, but you can't tease it out. Just like I agree with you being village clerk, but I can't tease out the others. So I have to say no to all of them.
Okay. Go ahead.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes, thank you so much. Motion carries. Need a trustee move that any review previously adopted procurement policy be continued. Can I have that motion? We have a procurement policy, we know who's followed it. It'll stay the same unless someone wants to make changes. May I have a motion?
You want to do the investment policy first?
Should I?
Um,
Which one's that?
You want a copy?
The previously adopted written investment policy.
Oh, I didn't see this. Excuse me, I need a trustee to move that after review, the previously adopted written investment policy be continued.
It's the same.
These are boilerplate motions.
I'll make the motion. We use the previously adopted written investment policy.
Second.
Are you talking about the procurement policy?
No,
No,
no.
So-
this is
one
just the
before.
investment policy,
The investment policy?
Yeah.
I see.
which you
Okay.
can only
All right,
use.
second by Pete Carroll. All in favor?
Yes.
Roll call?
Trustee Guerrero?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes. Thank you, motion carries. All right, now, I'm almost done. Motion, I need a motion to review the previously adopted procurement policy be continued. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Guerrero?
No, I think we should have bidding for the engineers and the attorneys and other professional service instead of you just appointing them.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes, motion carries, thank you. I need a motion, the Village Hall will close at 1 PM on Tuesday, the day before Christmas, December 24th. They can close at 1 PM. May I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Yes.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Guerrero?
Yes?
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes, thank you so much. Motion carries. Next, I need a motion that we close under the observance of Juneteenth, Wednesday, June 19th, 2024.
So moved.
I have a second?
Yes.
Second?
Roll call.
Trustee Guerrero?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes, motion carries, thank you. I need everyone will like this, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Guerrero?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes, motion carries, thank you so much. All right, for the record, let's go back to our regular monthly meeting. And we are up to public comment on agenda items.
Michael Joyce, 9 Riverview Road, proud member of the Village of Haverfall. I would recommend trustee DeSalvo that the treasurer be here at the next meeting, because that way pertinent questions could be answered. And it's only my view, my feeling, and I could be totally wrong. But I think if I was part of an organization,
Excuse me, excuse me. It's okay, I know, it's gonna be, take time to break, but you'll do it.
well, you're too good looking. You
Yeah,
can't look
so
at you
keep
all the
looking.
time. And if there was somebody on the board that would give me everything that I wanted, every time this person or people ran, I would vote
Mike,
for
I'm
that
sorry,
person.
Mike, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, I really do apologize. What agenda item are you referring to?
Budget,
I don't have a budget on it.
we had it before.
Huh? Yeah, that's closed.
Well, all I'm saying
No, you
is,
can get up at the end and make any comment you want.
yes, that's
Okay,
what I'm
okay,
meaning.
come back then.
No, I just wanna say to trustee DeSalvo, to put power aside and think
Mike, I'm not
about.
entertaining that right now. If you want to get up at the end of the meeting with public comment on anything you want.
I thought it was public comment.
No, public comment on agenda items.
Okay.
Yes, anyone else? Yeah.
Edward Dunn, 4 Revolutionary Road, Highland Falls, New York. All right, I'm just looking at the items that have to do with MHE engineering. You have 2 items for the same purpose. What are the 2 items?
Not the same
You have
item.
one, well, what it says right here, amount of $10,000 for anaerobic digestion modification. $71,000 for anaerobic digestion modification. That's the same thing as the way I read it here. You have nothing in there that's specific to each one.
Ed, and John, do you want to say anything? Otherwise, I can give these 2 bills and they're
Yeah,
totally different.
there's 2 digesters down there, and they go, one is a modification on one of them, and there's a modification on the other one. That's what that is.
Okay.
You want to look at these?
No, I don't need to see.
No, that's a good explanation. 2 digesters, is that, I had the same
Got
question.
it.
So 2 digesters, one.
So, say,
Okay,
One is
down,
gas.
digester number 1, digester number 2, makes more sense.
okay.
Thanks, Ed.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
I thought the first one was on the agenda, which is why I brought a few things, realized it was on budget, this is on agenda. First of all, on the agenda, if you want to only limit 3 minutes, you might want to change the rules of the agenda, because it says 3 minutes per topic, not 3 minutes total. So we want to change it on the back of your minutes, that it just says 3 minutes total, not 3 minutes per topic, because I have 6 topics. But I will refrain. Youth programs, celebrations, senior citizen, 15, 25, 32, that's just those. Again, they need to be put,
Pat, I'm sorry, we're not doing the budget items.
it's not budget items, these are on your, well, celebrations. Celebrations, you're adding $500. It's right here on your
I know,
agenda.
there's,
Well, don't shake your head. it's
no,
on
I'm
the
shaking
agenda.
my head. I'm shaking
That's
my
why
head.
I'm talking about celebrations.
It'll be
Celebrations should be under the town budget, not the village, because they are village events. Like Cinco de Mayo. Yes, it's occurring in the village, but it is a community event, and the villagers are being burdened again with carrying the entire taxes for the entire town.
Get any argument from me?
Well, then why aren't we doing something about it?
Because we tried, first of all, the 4th, no, you know what, I can't do it this way, I wait till the end of the meeting.
That's
I
fine.
gotta pay the rules.
If there's an answer, that's fantastic.
Oh, there's an answer.
Da-da-dum. One more thing, that's it. Sorry. Too many notes. Nope, I'll wait till the end. At the end, we can do any comments,
You
correct?
can say anything you want.
Oh, I won't open that.
Okay, anything else? All right, I'm gonna move on from public comment on agenda. We have bills and claims. We have more than normal because we didn't have a meeting a couple weeks ago. Bills and claims fiscal year 23-24, $188,177.28, April 1, 2024. Fiscal year 2023-2024, $327,471.54, April 15, 2024. May I have a motion to pay the bills and claims?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? One opposed. One opposed. Okay. Next is approve the following minutes. So we have three minutes. Was everyone here for all three?
Yes.
Okay. So with one motion, can we approve the special meeting on the comprehensive plan, March 16, 2024? We had a special hearing, public hearing, franchise agreement, March 18, 2024. We had a regular meeting, March 18, 2024. Can we have a motion to approve minutes as read?
Motion.
Motion, second by Jim, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution. Increase appropriation budget A7550-04 celebrations, contractual for $500, and a revenue code A2705 gift donations of $500 for fiscal year 23-24. So briefly, I'll explain that. I have over here a copy of the check. One of the banks that we do business with was sent a letter, and they sent a $500 donation to the 4th of July, but they made it out to the village of Highland Falls. So it wasn't taxpayers' money that increased celebration line. It was a $500 check from Orange, is it Orange Trust?
Bank and trust.
Orange what?
Bank and trust.
Orange Bank and
And
Trust. Okay, so that's the $500. It's now being turned over to celebrations where the village does have money, which that 500 will add to that. But it's not taxpayers' money, it's the bank's money. So that's what that's about. May I have a,
Motion.
Second. Did you make one?
okay, you don't want me to read it?
I think there's
All right, I have a motion by trustee Guerrero and a second by trustee DeSalvo. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you so much. All right, now we have a resolution on unpaid water bills. Whereas the Village of Highland Falls has 95 delinquent water accounts in the amount of $35,998.53 remaining unpaid, including late fees from May and November of 2023 water billing. So that's a whole year. Therefore, be resolved that no further payments will be accepted after the 17th of April 2024, and any and all unpaid water accounts for the year 2023 will be re-levied onto the 24-25 village taxes. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Can I
Yeah.
ask, discussion, are these people who can't pay their water and sewer bills? That's why we're re-levying it, because they can't pay their water bills?
Well, I can look at the list, but far be it for me to pick out who has money and who doesn't. I don't know.
Well, we're re-levying it
Yeah.
because they didn't pay their water
Correct.
bills, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's about 10% of the household.
Whatever.
It's,
Mhm.
it's
Can't pay,
if you look back the last couple of years, it's roughly around the same amount every year.
but still, 10% of the people can't pay their water bills.
I don't know
I
if
would
it's,
say
I don't know
that.
if it's a can't or they just choose not to. Some folks like to roll it over and they get re-levied based on your town and county tax bill, and then you take that town and county tax bill and you write it off on your personal income taxes. You cannot write
Kind
off,
of like a scam.
I don't know, I'm not saying, I just said some people may like to do that. I don't know if that's
So
actually
you're saying
happening.
some people are scamming us?
They're not scamming us
I
because
didn't
we
hear you
get
say
paid,
that.
oh, I didn't say that, but
Okay, so this is
Listen, I don't know why they
unpaid
don't
water
pay.
bills.
When I do-
Unpaid
when I
water
do the
bills, about
sewer-
10%.
When I do the sewer, United States Military Academy's on here. They never pay on time. so they have
Or
money.
they don't? I don't know that.
Well, I do, look at, you can look at the list.
Okay, no, I'm just talking about this one.
Well, I'm talking about both of them.
So that's
The
a
same thing.
discussion, we have a motion. I just wanted to say that 10% of the people can't pay their water bills.
Yeah, okay. Do I have a motion?
Yes,
Do I have a second?
yes.
Yes.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Guerrero?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes. Thank you, motion carries. So if you didn't pay your water bill, you probably didn't pay your sewer bill, but I don't have that list here. The Village of Highland Falls has 116 delinquent sewer accounts in the amount of $82,136.70 remaining unpaid, including late fees from June and December of 2023 sewer billing. Therefore, be it resolved that no further payments will be accepted after the 17th of April, 2024, and any and all unpaid sewer accounts for the year 2023 will be re-levied onto the 24-25 village taxes. May I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Guerrero?
So same thing, even more people can't pay their sewer bill. 116 families can't pay their sewer bills, now we have to re-levy it. So yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo?
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio?
Yes.
Can I ask you something?
Mhm.
So if they're not paying these bills and they're not paying their taxes also to the county, if they assume ownership of the property and then they auction it off, do we get paid?
Yeah, actually, the county will end up paying their water and sewer bill. Yeah, so the village will not lose a penny. Okay. Okay. Could we have approval for the treasurer to attend the New York Government Finance Officers Association Annual Conference on the 17th through the 19th of April? The cost is $250, lodging is $145 per night, also reimbursement for mileage to and from Albany.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Opposed?
I haven't even seen her here.
Should be an Albany,
Okay. Okay, let's see. Jesse Marvin, the hot dog guy, we went out to bid. He was the only one that submitted a bid for the vendor spot, and his bid was $300. So we should accept that.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need approval to sign the MHE Engineering Change Order Number 2 in the amount of $10,400 for the digester modifications.
I'll make a motion, and include in the motion that the first request for change order, which is the $10,400, is to furnish and install new gaskets and new stainless steel flange hardware as shown in the attached sketch, proposed gasket replacement for both the primary and secondary digester covers.
Yeah, Renee? I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second. Oh, no. I mean-
Oh, second. Yes.
Okay. Melanie, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, the second one for me to sign would be again with MHE Engineering for change order number 3 in the amount of $71,000, again for the digester, but different issues. You want it?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll make the motion for the second approval for the second amount of $71,000, and the scope of work is as follows. Furnish and install 8-inch ductile iron section piping, install secondary digester. Furnish and install 6-inch ductile iron discharge piping. Furnish and install 2 nozzles on the discharge piping inside a secondary digester. Furnish and install stainless steel flange hardware and supports inside of secondary digester. Core holes in walls of digester building at lower level, elevation 12.5 feet. Furnish and install 8-inch and 6-inch iron body plug valves inside of digester building, and furnish and install blind flanges on new plug valves inside of digester building.
That's a motion?
Yes.
Second.
We have a second. And so Lene, you know this, but if you just take these two documents and write down where it says scope of work, that's where these,
Yes.
okay. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. Chief, how do you say this young man's name? Oh, he's not with you, he's with the clerk. How do you do it?
Zakatelko.
What, say it again?
Zakatelko.
And his first name
Ivan.
is Ivan. We would like to hire him as a part-time account clerk at a rate of $20 an hour, maximum probation per the recommendation of the village clerk. So we know Anna Sierra is retiring. Mrs. Brown's gonna move over and do her work, and this young man will come in and hopefully learn Mrs. Brown's job. So could I have a motion that we hire him part-time and with probation?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
I have a question. Now that we're paying the treasurer $91,000 a year plus benefits, as opposed to $30,000 a year for a part-time treasurer, why can't we roll this job over with her, since she's there full-time? A job that could have been done by a part-timer for many, many, many years, and now we have a full-timer treasurer. Can she not be an account clerk also for $91,000 plus a $40,000 benefit per year?
The first thing I'm gonna say, maybe the only thing, that this part-time account clerk that we're hopefully gonna hire, that job designates it to be full-time, and it should be full-time. We couldn't find a full-timer to take the job.
So we shouldn't hire part-time yet, if we
Really?
can have the,
Who's gonna do
well,
the
what
job?
I'm saying is that the treasurer can do both jobs.
She can?
It's now a full-time job for $91,000 plus $40,000 in benefits. Why can't we roll over some of the jobs to her? An account clerk, purchase, clerk. I mean, it seems to me that she could be doing more for that amount of money.
Just to add that the village treasurer does not make $91,000 a year. Okay.
How much?
I believe it's 61 or 62?
62
not-
plus a $40,000 benefit?
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
yes.
So about 100,000?
Okay, but it's not 93,000, like you've mentioned 4 times now.
Oh,
So
so
it's
thank
not
you
that
for the
amount.
correction, so
it's
62
not
plus
that-
40, okay, I'm
If I
sorry.
can, let me just finish. We did do a vigorous process of trying to find a part-time treasurer.
I understand,
Okay, but let me just finish.
but now we have a full-time, maybe we can roll some of the jobs so that we can cut back on employee payroll. Just,
Hiring this person as a part-time is cutting back on employee payroll. When Anna retires, we're taking a full-time position now, moving over a full-time position into her position, hiring a part-timer. Currently.
okay, that's a lot of tap dancing, but okay, it's a good suggestion,
Okay.
save the people
Uh,
money.
Part-time account clerk, may I have a motion or not?
We already
Did we
did
do,
it.
Yeah.
did I have a second?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed?
Opposed?
Opposed. Motion carries. Okay, next, approve and sign a proposal from Reese Group to move the village workman's compensation insurance to Safety Group 427, the safety group inside the New York State Insurance Fund. A lot of research was done by the treasurer, clerk, Mr. DeSalvo, and it looks like we're gonna save $45,000 by moving,
I appreciate you adding my name in that, but the treasurer and the clerk really worked on this, so.
okay, I saw you in the room. Okay, so the point is, we're gonna save $45,000. So may I have a motion that we sign up with this Reese Group for our compensation?
Motion.
Second,
All in favor?
yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion. Okay, next is approval to eliminate 2 parking spaces in the area of 457. That's up across the street from Shades. We have a beautiful veteran statue that's gonna be erected there between now and before Veterans Day. Pavers and And just make it really nice, and when you see it, you're gonna really like it. I shouldn't say this, but it's actually back there covered up. So may I have, can I have approval to remove these 2 spaces for the statue that will attract thousands when you see it?
Wouldn't that be a good revenue?
I'll second Pete's motion.
Pete made a motion.
Mr. Carroll's motion.
Okay, Jim seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. We have, the chief, Torpy is asking that we pass the completion of Frank Lillis Jr.'s probation. He's passed it, and tonight would be the time to take him off probation.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. I'm looking for approval to go out with another rebid for the grass cutting. It came in higher than what we had budgeted for. And so I'm gonna go out again and see if these guys can sharpen the pencils. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Mr. Carroll, second.
Second, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Opposed.
Opposed? Okay, 3 to 1
I think we
opposed.
should do our own grass cutting.
Next, Town of Highlands special event to hold 1 annual Cinco de Mayo Street Festival on Sunday, May 5th, 11 in the morning to 5. Event from noon to 4 with closure on Main Street from the Highland Falls Library to the center on Main Street. So where's Dee? So we talked, I called Dee today, I spoke to the chief, we met on, when we get these requests. The best area to close would be in front of Village Hall, so people could still go up Snyder Avenue. So it'll be from Village Hall to the corner of Mountain Avenue. All right, Dee? Gives
Yes,
you
sir.
more room for setting up, okay?
Yes.
I'll change the event form.
Okay.
It doesn't change anything else.
Can I add one thing? This is not going to cost the village or the town anything, because we have, Delisia's is picking up the bulk of the payment for this event, so that we can bring, more Hispanic, events to town. I was just helping you with paperwork, so I just wanted to let you know.
All right, thank you.
This is pending insurance.
I'm sorry, what about the insurance?
Pending insurance.
Say that again?
Pending.
Pending insurance.
Yeah, right, this motion is to allow this to happen pending your insurance.
Yes.
And we talked about that today. Okay, thank you.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, public comment, please. Yeah.
I apologize for someone going, but it's, anyway, what I was saying is that if I was part of an organization and there was people on the board that would always give me what I wanted, of course I'm gonna vote for those people. But these people on the board that always vote that way should realize that they're handling taxpayer dollars, hard won, hard fought. People run for positions like what you guys are in. You're not there to make easy decisions. You're there to make the tough decisions. And you're coming up to a budget where you should make really tough decisions, regardless of hurting anybody's feelings, because you're looking after the elderly and the young in our community. I heard this when I was young. A nation, a town, a village is judged by the way they deal with the elderly and the young. Remember this. You are in a position to look after these two groups that always depend on us for reassurance and protection. And at the next budget meeting, again, if we could have the treasurer, and if you would be armed, or he, I don't know if it's a he or she, with the relevant answers to pertinent questions, that would be great. Give up the lust for power. Power, it's like an addiction. You know, you never have enough. Like some people with money, never have enough. That'll lead you away from the biggest gift you could ever have, is from a community that'll come up to you and say, thank you for making the tough decisions. Thank you for looking after my grandfather or grandmother. Thank you for getting that equipment for Tommy or Jane. You're there to make tough decisions, not the easy ones. And it's time to make some tough decisions. Thank you.
Haven't done this in a long time. Mary Ellen Olivia, Cousins Avenue, Highland Falls. I have a simple request, because there's many a night, I don't want to come out in horrible weather to be here, but I watch it on my electronic equipment. And I can't hear what you're saying, and my hearing's pretty good. So why don't I have a microphone when I'm up here? Why doesn't everybody that represents somebody have a microphone? We cannot hear at home.
Mary Ellen, I'm thinking maybe you came in a few minutes late. We started 6:30 tonight for different
I
reasons.
was a little few
That's
minutes,
okay,
yeah.
that's okay, but the first thing I said was, we're in the process of getting 5 mics, a mic over there, a mic for the speaker, all that kind of stuff.
So if you have to share it when that person's
No,
talking, just...
no, we're all getting our own mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's this has gone on for years,
Yeah,
and it really needs to be corrected.
it will be.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes.
Kathy Jones, 17 Catherine Street, Howard Falls. I'd like to ask where the funds came for this veteran statue. Did it not come from a grant for Scooters for Memorial Park?
It did. No. It came from Stufus, not Memorial.
So it's for-
In fact, all the items that were given, I guess you could say Christmas lights, depending on, did they go in Memorial Park, did they go on the tree across the street? But none of them went, the answer is no. And ask me the question, the answer is gonna be no, but ask it again.
Where the funding came from, and if it came from
Stufus.
Stufus, I thought that was from Memorial Park
No.
on Main Street.
No, it was for,
Because people are already complaining that there's no parking, and you're
Yeah.
gonna eliminate
Yeah.
2 parking spots
Well,
to put up this.
it's dead up here. It's dead up here. Okay, so anyone else? Yeah. Okay.
Are we looking that this is gonna be the meeting place from now on? Or just curiosity?
Probably.
In that case, on top of Mary Ellen's and Mr. Leahy's suggestions, I would ask, like Village Hall has been for a long time, moving the X to the side so our backs aren't to the public. Like over here, I'm going back there, but over here, very simple. Definitely mics, there's already speakers here. I'm hoping we're taking those from Village Hall, if this will be the permanent spot rather than buying 2 sets of equipment, just me. I will take the 3 minutes per topic, because that's on your thing. Just so we know, this is a new topic. It's not 61,000 according to your budget, it's 91,405, without my glasses, but I checked it. So this year, it's $91,000 for the treasurer. Last year, it was $23,000. A little bit of a jump, not really explained why. We're doing an extra $70,000 and not adding more of the other pieces of a treasurer would normally have. We're giving them to other people and giving them more money. So that's something I wish you would look into. I mentioned it, but I have to say it again. We're looking at, $70,000 in savings if the town would take over the parks area. I am concerned about why we're spending $7,000 for youth programs on the village when we have a recreation department that mainly deals with all village and town children. We have to start appropriating the funds properly so that we know where the money's going. And also so that the villagers are not burdened with town taxes. For those that don't know, you pay very high town taxes, and village, and school. So we should, I'm just saying appropriate in the right spots. Okay, I came up 3 times,
Pat, can
everyone's.
you do me a favor?
I sure.
Let's be cool, okay? Can you please stand?
I apologize.
Pat,
So-
Can you look this way though?
I just feel weird with my back.
That's the rule.
Yes, it's back.
That's okay, listen,
Sure,
when
no
you
problem.
go to the
We're
town
done.
meeting,
We're
when you go
good.
to the town meeting and you go up to the microphone, all the.
I don't go to the town meeting.
Well,
Just coming here for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, as
It's the same thing
suggested,
down here, that's what I wanna say.
I know I came up 3 times and I apologize.
You're allowed to tonight, because we had 3 different things.
I understand, but some things I repeated. But I do want to thank the people, and some people are shaking their heads when some people are complaining. To me,
Pat,
these meetings are 90% complaints. That's the reason. We're here to bring problems. So for those people that get upset, every time someone says something, well, I don't like this or I don't like that, there's a reason for it. We're not here to pat each other on the back.
That's
We're
right.
not here to say, everything's great, because it's not in this community, I will tell you that. I'm looking at these numbers, and it's scaring me. So I want to thank those people on the board and in the community that constantly bring up, well, could you fix this, could you fix this? And I think everyone did it in a very nice way today. Also, there's been some rumblings about who's eligible to vote, who's eligible to be on the board, who's eligible to be here. Just to clear up for people that are getting this information directly rather than in front of people, what's called a primary address. Your primary address is where you select to have your address. So you can have 20 places, but your primary address is what you decide. If your primary address is in the village, that's where you vote, that's where you can hold office, that's where you can do everything village-wise.
You have to
Just,
live there,
just
right?
understand that.
But you have to live in that primary.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
can't do
you
this.
have
No,
to
Pat,
have primary village.
Pat,
That's-
you
Get my
can't
comment.
do this. I can't do it.
Um,
We all know. We all-
Senior Citizen Center, no, that's not true, but that's okay, you can say what you want. Senior Citizen Center, I have to reiterate it, it needs, we own it, but the cost should be going to the town. It is a town cost, not a village cost. And we shouldn't be paying to run it, we shouldn't be paying to fix it. Because we're already gonna pay for it under the town taxes, but at least we're sharing it with Fort Montgomery, who we should be. Again, with youth programs, that needs to be there. As far as Cinco de Mayo, I'm hoping that the village will cover the insurance and not keep putting it off on a different group. That is a community event, and it would be nice to have support from the village board and the village where we pay our taxes, so that they're not having any bounce houses, I'll tell you that right now. So it's just a couple things on the street. I'm asking that, you can do what you want. And just lastly, we brought up dispatch, and I'm not saying for or against dispatch. But I am saying that some people are saying, well, so many other communities do dispatch, why would we not do dispatch? 16 communities do dispatch in the county. Personal dispatch, not 911. 31 communities in Orange County go to 911. The majority of communities that have their own dispatch are Newburgh, Washingtonville. These are all 30, 40,000 people. Plus, their tax base is massive. They have all kinds of commercial stuff going on. And most of them are cities or very large, like Cornwall, very large towns. Port Jervis, Montgomery, Walk Hill, New Windsor, 28,000 people. We have 3,700 in case you were wondering. So, I'm just saying stop going with misinformation. Just bring in correct information we know. Should we try 911? It's got to be looked at. It's got to be looked at. If we want, back in the day when I was in,
Pat,
done, or I will look at you again.
no, but look at Jimmy, and,
No, I can't do that.
All right,
I'll look
look
at,
at-
I'll look at,
but
Okay.
you gotta be done. I just wanna point something out. I see what you were saying here. Speakers must limit their remarks to 3 minutes on a given topic. Given. Not every given
Six
one.
different topics. Well, we gotta clear that up. All right.
We're not gonna get away with it.
Last thing,
But it's gonna
last
be
thing
one.
I'm done, okay.
You can talk for
Yeah,
3
we can-
minutes
no,
on
no,
many
kill-
topics.
Kill the topics, then you go, just say you have 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
You got me, you got me, because now I lost what I was saying.
Don't interrupt.
It's delivery.
I have no idea. No, that's it then.
Thank you, Pat. Anyone else? Yes.
See me at the next meeting.
Michael Leahy, Center Street. In the beginning, you were saying about belittling people. Every time Mrs. Guerrero tried to say something or make a comment about anything, you're doing the same thing you do now. Instead of looking at somebody,
No, I'm looking
Or just
at, you're
hearing
not
what they
allowed
have
to
to
do
say.
it. You're not actually allowed to do this.
Yeah,
Thank you, though. I heard that.
Because it's against
I
you.
disagree.
no, it's not allowed.
Well, that's what the rules are that you voted on. You
Well,
voted on.
but he's not allowed to talk to you?
No, what he has to do is address the board. You can
or
say the same thing.
some addressing the board.
Yes, I
Because,
understand.
because the majority of you are doing it, because it's the same pattern to every topic that comes up. Your body language towards her, when she's still talking, you go above her. I just don't understand. The people of the village voted her in, just like they voted you in. So, I just,
Thank you, thank you. I heard you. I hear you.
yeah, you can hear, but your actions should reflect that.
Thank you, sir.
Because you say
Thank you.
so highly of the military, and she is a part of the military, so she deserves your respect just as anybody else does.
Anyone else?
When you,
It's a double
just like
standard.
this, I'm still talking and you're talking about,
Because you're off the rules.
It's not-
this is public comment.
No.
What
Not-
rules, what rules is this?
How is
I'm
it
addressing the board.
Oh,
And how-
okay,
and how-
okay.
And how you guys
Well,
are
you're
in front
saying
of the
you and you're
public.
looking at me, so I think you're addressing
You
me.
was in the board because you're
Okay.
the mayor
Okay,
and you're the main culprit.
okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Okay,
Thank
I
thank
just
you.
don't understand the bullying. Like, you can watch, I only been coming here a couple weeks and it happens every week. I'm not taking nobody's side, but it's like a parent, if you watch it. But,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
My name is Pablo Pulido, 13 Edwards Street, Island Falls. I'm here to ask you guys if you have received a letter that I sent you for a situation that happened on the last meeting,
Yes,
and it was a stamp, and Mr. Donofrio, you see in it? Or you see it?
I saw that.
Oh, you saw that, because up to this day, I haven't had a response on it. And I want to write this quick, so everybody knows what I'm talking about, or I cannot talk about it. I am respectfully writing this letter regarding the incident that
Hold on,
occurred.
hold on, Pablo, I won't charge you. Hold on one second, wait a minute. This is under investigation under the DA's office, correct?
No. I guess not.
Did we send this out to anyone?
No. I made a complaint
Yeah,
to police about Mr. Polito.
all right, so it's under investigation.
Yes,
Okay, so,
go ahead.
under investigation, I'm sorry.
It's
What's under investigation? He's writing the letter that he wrote to the board.
to the board, for you guys to
Yeah,
try to do something about it.
yes.
But anyhow,
You can read it, it's your
I
letter.
respectfully writing this letter regarding the incident that occurred on the village board meeting on March 18, 24. During the public comments portion of the meeting, many citizens have questions and comments. However, when it was my turn, I was singled out by the village attorney. I cannot pronounce your last name, sorry. Alice Terhun. She interrupted me to tell me to state my name and address for the record. This would not have been an issue, except that the only person who she did this was me. Many other citizens spoke that evening and were not asked for the names or addresses. I did point out that I felt I was being singled out to which it seems to me others at the meeting agreed. After the meeting was over, I was standing towards the back of the room speaking to Mr. Peter Carroll on the village, that who he is a village trustee. The lady, a lawyer, approached me and said, "Don't you ever do that to me again. Understand? You threaten me. Don't you ever do that to me again, or it will be a consequences." I thought it was a public meeting that you can express yourself, but it doesn't work like that for everybody. First, just because I call her out for singling me out, is that the way that he's treating me now because I'm telling the truth? Second, I felt very threatened when she approached me and threatened me consequences. And I told her so. What consequences? What did I do? Now you threaten me. And third, I would like to know what consequences she was referring to. Mrs., again, cannot pronounce your name, to my knowledge is for the mayors and board to refer of a legal questions arise. She's the one that have to answer you guys.
Pablo, I gave you 3.5 minutes.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you.
almost done.
No.
And when do I want to have a, well, it is an investigation because nobody has talked to me, nobody has anything. I mean, how long the investigation is taken,
You can,
you know?
It depends.
I have an opinion on that. I'll finish
It
your
depends on the
letter.
investigation. And when somebody comes to me with a complaint, I treat it with confidentiality because it has to be that way.
Well, I have witnesses too, that this happens,
Okay.
it's not like
That's
I'm
it.
lying.
Well, if you have a
but-
complaint, come see me.
All right. Let's see if you get an answer, because
That's-
nobody
that's
gives
okay.
answers. Nobody gives you any answers.
don't stop that.
Bob Pat 14 Clyde Avenue. So I've actually lived in Howard Falls all my life. I know 90% of the board right now. Mr. Carroll, you've known me since I was a little kid, before I could even walk. Jim, you've known me forever. Joe, when my father passed away, you helped my mom. We'll always be thankful for that. So I've lived here forever. You know, went to school here when I was a teenager, got kicked out of my mom's house. She shipped me off to my uncle. He really straightened me out, sent me to the military. Went to war, came back, and they said, you know, where do you want to go when you get out? I said, Highland Falls. Hands down, no thought about it. Always voted for Joe, always voted for Jim. Always, no question. Put it right in the ballot box, you got it. Until I heard about these meetings and how crazy they get. So I actually asked Jim. I
Not
said, hey,
tonight you guys said they were better. Well, it was a lot
We're
better than that.
working on it. We're working on it. So Jim said, hey, you know, you go to this person's YouTube page and just look. So I'm looking and I'm floored by what I saw. I mean, Jim's always been very jovial. You see him in the bank. You see him at Grand Union. Joe calls it the old Grand Union. You know, awesome guy, super nice. Joe, super nice to see him in town. And then you see him here, in this area. And they act wild. They're wild. They attack they attack the integrity of one of the trustees. It's just terrible to see. It's embarrassing.
Like I said, I think you're gonna see it
Trust-
better.
What's that?
I think you're gonna see.
I'm
it.
hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I said,
We have
you
no
guys have
choice.
always had my vote until I watched
We have
these.
no choice.
They're atrocious. And when you first started this meeting, you kind of projected it, the audience being out of control, but the whole thing is, it's you. You guys are out of control. Just so you know, I mean, that's the way I received it. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, where we at? Anyone else? Okay,
All right.
all right. Let me do my thing here. Get out of here sometime. Okay, there's gonna be a play down at the O'Neill High School presented by the West Point Spouse Club on April the 25th. It's really nice. It's gonna be about military spouses' life as they live in and in between all these different moves. I think it would be enlightening to us. I don't think we talk enough about spouses' wives, or husbands, you know, or men or women. The Cinco de Mayo was brought up a couple times here tonight. It's going to be on May 5th, noon to 4. That'll be the first time we do that, which is great. West Point, spring yard sale, it's April the 13th, which is passed. Special Olympics